Bitcoin bears market is below some level, which analyst reviews. Bitcoin SOPR near critical level. Is a deeper correction ahead? Cardona struggles to climb. ADA faces strong hurdles ahead. XRP prices eyes upside breakthrough. Can bullish push through resistance? Hi guys, welcome to Crypto B101, the home of value and good information when it comes to cryptocurrency trading and investment. And this is the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show where we trade it and we do not gamble it. I am Ahmed Oladmeji Kazim, aka KC the Great. And on this show, you know what we do. We take a look at the news that are making waves in the crypto space. Also, we take a look at what the economic calendar looks like. You know, we're having CPI to come up today, and it's going to be the first report under the new president of the United States. Also, we're going to check the sentiment in the market, take a look at the chart analysis to know what and how we need to handle some of our assets. These are more what we're going to be dealing with on the show this morning. If you're just joining me, thanks for joining me, and please do not do not forget to subscribe to the channel, subscribe, like, and share, and do not forget to turn your notification bell so you can get all this juicy content as I drop it immediately. You can follow me on X also for more news. You can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram and on TikTok to get more nugget as I drop for you on this great show. All right, let's start with the business of the day. And if you look at the screen right now, Bitcoin CME future spread slides to 490 million US dollars, undoing the Trump bump in BTC. And if you can read with me, you see that the market has likely moved past the narrative that a pro-crypto president is beneficial for the industry, with macro correlation now driving the market insane. So all the gains that we saw through what President Trump said last 2 Sundays has now been wiped out, and even the CME that were hoping to be filled did not get filled when the New York Times opened, stock exchange opened yesterday. More news, and now 1 million BTC. Senator Lummis reintroduces Bitcoin bill. We all know Senator Lummis has been a pro-crypto and has been supporting pro-crypto all the way, believing it's the best thing for America to take the lead when it comes to cryptocurrency. And now, speaking of BTC, you can now see that Bitcoin sees relief run to 82,000 US dollar, haven't dropped to 77,000 on weekend. And SEC delays XRP, Doge, LTC, which is Litecoin ETF filings. Gains in BTC came as Senator Cynthia Lummis reintroduced the Build Bitcoin Act, pushing the US to scoop up 1 million BTC as strategic reserve. We all know there was a summit on Friday evening and it didn't go well because it was just like a meeting, not really a summit to me, if you may ask me, because the president just read the Bitcoin strategic reserve and everybody was just saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Nothing to write home about when it comes to the summit that was held on Friday. But now let's see if this introduction is going to propel or is going to make America be the crypto hub. We all know President Trump says they are not going to sell their BTC, all the one they acquired, but they are still not going to use taxpayer fund to buy more BTC, and that didn't make it bullish because I think there was a strategic reserve on how they're going to accumulate more. Probably that would have helped the BTC to move ahead as well. All right, still speaking of Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin spikes above 82,000 US dollars, and we can see that Pi network also explodes by 20%. Pi network also explodes by 20%. And now Bitcoin XRP Solana rebound, leaving analysts perplexed. And if you look at the screen right now, you see that Bitcoin XRP and Solana are rebounding after recent drops due to President Trump's foreign policy and inflation concerns. Bitcoin is up nearly 5% in the past 24 hours, trading at 83,119. Ethereum and Solana hit year low with over $700 million in crypto future liquidation. Remember, this is not financial advice, it's just for education and entertainment purpose. Make sure you do your own research before you invest in any project. All right, let's take a look at more news regarding Bitcoin. And if you look at it, it is said that the Ukraine ceasefire breakthrough sends market into green and Bitcoin retakes 83,000 US dollar. We're still going to check the chart out to see what we need to do. And yesterday, we all know the US delegate and the Ukraine delegate met in Saudi Arabia with the Saudi prince to discuss the ceasefire with the Russia and Ukraine ongoing war. And I think the Ukraine counterpart have reached a 30 days ceasefire, and probably we're waiting for the Russia counterpart to not accept to the deal, and maybe we're going to see a moving forward from that. We all know with the Hamas in Israel, there was a ceasefire or a phase 1 now, and it's been completed. They're looking for phase 2, and all these things are done through President Trump and United States delegates. So let's see how the Ukraine own tool is going to go regarding the war in between Ukraine and Russia. So Ukraine ceasefire breakthrough sends the market into green, and also giving a boost was an easing in trade tension between the US and Canada. And we all know it has now been escalated again yesterday when the mayor of Ontario said he is going to switch off the electricity supply to United States if the trade war escalates. And we saw Donald Trump now adding another 25%, making 50% on steel and aluminum import from Canada. And Canada also are preparing to land a whopping 30 billion tariff on United States. I think the trade war is going to be interesting, but we just need to watch out and see how everything will play out. And don't forget, the EU also are caught in this act, because I feel like the EU too has said they will respond or retaliate if United States should put tariff that is not really probably were received with them. They're going to retaliate also. So I think there's going to be a little bit of trade war, but let's see what the CPI will looks like today under President Trump, and probably that will make him change his mind, or probably that will make him enforce more tariffs on some nations. We all know there's been tariffs on China, Mexico, and Canada, and that has not been looking good, because you can see the stock market has been plummeting. Even the crypto market has lost significant amounts from 3-point-something trillion US dollar, market cap. It has now dropped to about 2.6 trillion. So everyone is being affected with this. But let's see how today's data might change all those things that is happening with the trading war and the tariffs war we've been experiencing across the continent. Now, another news on the radar, and this one is now Metaplant increases Bitcoin holdings with 13.5 million purchases and bond insurance. The Japanese hotel company has acquired more Bitcoin insurance, issues zero interest bond. We all know Metaplant has been accumulating with the likes of Mike Saylor, that is the strategic Bitcoin reserve, and even the El Salvador president, talking about Bukele, has been buying more BTC every day, even though he has a deal with the IMF, but yet he's not still slowing down when it comes to acquiring more BTC. More news on the radar, and this is now from Dogecoin. 8.42 billion Dogecoin stone futures trader, and also XRP bounce back, hope for $3. And we're also seeing that SEC confirms Grayscale Edera ETF proposal. And also, we are going to see BitYCIO predict, says Bitcoin could rise to 50 trillion market cap, and that would be insane. But remember, this is not financial advice. This is just for educational purpose and entertainment only. Make sure you do your own research before you invest in any token, and always trade with the amount of money you can afford to lose. All right, let's go on with more news on the radar. You can see momentum builds in Washington to pass stablecoin legislation, marking a moment for us here in Congress now to act. We all know the Stablecoin Act is been lingering around for some times now, and now there's now momentum in the Congress to make sure they pass the bill or the legislation on stablecoins, so we can all know it is well regulated and all of that. We all know the leading stablecoin right now is USDT, USDC, and XRP. They've launched their own, which is now RLUSD. So we're going to see how that plays out. Now let's go to some country and bring some news to you. And if you look at the screen right now, this is coming from South Korea. South Korea prepares to unlock institutional crypto investment with new guidelines due in Q3. I think a lot of countries are now looking into this Bitcoin and crypto strategic reserve since the president of the United States has been speaking much about it, even though there has not been a formula or how US is going to accumulate more and add to what they have in the store. But let's go to Asia again, and this is coming from Japan. Japan tech giant Sony and Line join forces in blockchain deal, and you can see the integration will bring 4 gaming applications from Japan largest social media platform to Sony's blockchain network, Sonium. So that is great news for gamers. That is great news for blockchain. All right, that's what I have for you on the new segment of the show this morning, which is the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show, where we trade it and we do not gamble it. Also, we are going to take a look at the event of the day, take a look at the market cap, also analyze the chart and what the sentiment in the market are looking like. But before we do that, if you've not subscribed to the channel, you might want to do that right now. Subscribe, like, and share. And do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you can get all the content as I drop it immediately. Also, you can follow me on X, Facebook, IG, and on TikTok to get more nuggets out of the space. All right, let's dive into what the event of the day is looking like. We all know we are expecting the CPI news to drop at 12:30 GMT UTC today. That is going to happen in some hours. I think in some minutes right now, rather, because it's already 12 GMT. So in 10 minutes, we're going to get the data for core PCI month to month, PCI year to year, and all of them. At 1:45 GMT, we're going to see the statement, that is the fund rate, BOC rate statement from Canada, and overnight rate as well from Canada. Also at 2:30 GMT UTC, we're going to be expecting BOC press conference, and with the trade war going on, that is very, very important. So on the event of the day today, we have core PCI, which is the inflation from the United States, interest rate, which is the BOC rate statement from Canada, and overnight rate also from Canada, and there will be a press conference from the Bank of Canada by 2:30 p.m. GMT UTC. So that is what the economic calendar is looking like today. Now let's dive into the cryptocurrency market cap. And if you look at the cryptocurrency market cap right now, you see that we are now down to 2.7 trillion US dollars, with more than 141 billion US dollars traded in the last 24 hours. And if you look at the trending tokens, you'll see Solana is part of it, and Pi Network is part of it with 20% gain in the last 24 hours. And if you look at the top gainers, we have Fiction, Saros, and T-Mark. Also, let's take a look at the top 20 cryptocurrency on the market. And if you look at the screen right now, you see that BTC is still sitting at number 1. BTC at number 1, Ethereum at number 2, Tether at number 3, and ETH is down with 15%. With 15% in the last 7 days, Bitcoin 6% in the last 7 days, XRP at number 4 with 12% down in the last 7 days, and we can see BNB at number 5, Solana at number 6 with 14.5% in the last 7 days. Number 7 is USDC, which is a stable coin. Number 8 is Cardano ADA with 23.4% in the last 7 days. Dogecoin is down with 18.5% in the last 7 days with it staying on number 9 on the list. Number 10 is Tron Network. Number 11 is Lido Stake. Number 12 is Pi Network, and it's been down with 15.5% in the last 7 days, but has gained 20.7% in the last 24 hours. Number 13 is Wrap BTC. Number 14 is Lombard Stake BTC. Number 15 is Leo Token. Number 16 is Edera, which has been down with 21.4% in the last 7 days. Number 17 is Chainlink with 18.3% down in the last 7 days. Number 18 is USD and number 19 is Wrap ETHY. Number 20 is Stellar, sitting at 15.9% down in the last 7 days. But number 21, 22 is now Avalanche, Shiba Inu, Sui, Litecoin, and Ton. With Bitcoin Cash, they've now been kicked out of top 20. So if you're interested in knowing the top 100, the top 1,000 token or project on the crypto market, you might want to check out coingecko.com to get much of those information. Remember, this is for educational purpose and entertainment only. Make sure you do your own research before you invest in any project, because I am not a financial advisor. All right, let's go into what the chart is now looking like. Before we do that, if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do that right now. Subscribe, like, and share, and do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you can get all this juicy content as I drop it daily. Also, you can follow me on X for more news out of the space. You can follow me on Facebook. You can also follow me on Instagram and on TikTok to get much of this nugget that I drop daily on this great show. All right, let's dive into what the chart is looking like quickly. And if you look at the chart right now, as we're waiting for the CPI news to drop, if you look at BTC right now, BTC has now crossed above where we need to get into the market. So BTC is a buy right now at 83,552 and stop loss is at 76,000. So BTC has created a signal for us to get into the market, and this is for investors and sports traders that want to buy and hold for some time. If you're interested in leverage trading, option trading, and all of that, you might want to join my Discord channel or my Telegram channel. The links are down in the description. So BTC is breaking above the entry point right there. Let's take a look at ETH. ETH also has created an entry point, but it has not been activated. So ETH will be looking at 1,000 or above 1,960 to get onto ETH. Let's take a look at SUI. SUI also is about to break above the entry point at 2.3, and we're going to pull the stop loss right here at 1.9. Let's take a look at XRP. XRP already is a buy. It has created an entry right there at 2.1995 with stop loss at 1.87925. Let's take a look at AVAX. AVAX also has created a buy right there with stop loss at 15.3. Let's take a look at AAVE. AAVE is not a buy right now. We're going to wait for AAVE to cross 174 thereabout before we get into the market. Let's take a look at Solana. Solana also is gearing up to activate a buy at $128 and stop loss at 111. This is for spot traders and investors only. For leverage trading, margin trading, option trading, futures and derivative, join my Discord channel and my Telegram channel for signal, and make sure you do your research before you invest in any token, because this is not financial advice. It's just for educational purpose and entertainment, and I'm sharing my analysis with you. All right, let's take a look at ADA. ADA also has activated a buy right there, and our stop loss will be down here at 0.64. Let's take a look at Toncoin. Toncoin also is about to activate a buy, but we need to wait for it to cross 2.7 before we invest or kind of trade it spot on spot trading. All right, that's what I have for you on altcoin and BTC chart analysis today. Let's now dive into the meme coins. Remember, these are not financial advice, it's just for educational purpose and entertainment. Make sure you do your own research before you invest in any cryptocurrency, or you consult your financial advisor, as I am not a financial advisor at all. Now let's dive into Dogecoin. Dogecoin is creating a buy right now as it stands, and stop loss will be at 0.14. Let's take a look at Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu also has created a buy and stop loss at 0.018. Let's take a look at Pepe. Pepe also is a buy right now, and stop loss will be down there. Let's take a look at Ondo. Ondo also it's a buy right now, and stop loss will be down right there. Let's take a look at X. X is not a buy yet. Please stay away from X, but the entry point is going to be at 0.0000433.8, while the stop loss will be down there. Let's take a look at Notcoin. Notcoin has activated a buy right now at 0.02129, and stop loss will be right down there at 0.018. Let's take a look at Dogs. If you look at Dogs, Dogs also is about to activate a buy, so we need to make sure it crosses above 0.000126 before we get into the market. Let's take a look at Nero. Nero is not a buy now. Please stay away from Nero. Let's take a look at Deep. Deep also is not a buy yet. Let's take a look at Popcat. Popcat 2 has given us a signal for entry at 0.1612, and we're going to see stop loss right there. Let's take a look at Trump official token. Trump official token will build a buy if it breaks above $10 or $10.8, and stop loss will be right down at 9.5. Let's take a look at Millennial Coin. If you look at Millennial Coin, is not a buy as well right now. All right, as you can see on the screen, those are the chart analysis for spot trader and investors. If you are interested in trading derivatives and leverage trading, you might want to join my Discord channel and my Telegram channel so you can be part of the signal. But for investors and spot traders, you can use the analysis I've just analyzed. But remember, this is for educational purpose and entertainment only. This is not financial advice. Make sure you do your own research before you invest in any project or any token, and always trade with the amount of money you can afford to lose. So that's on the chart analysis. Let's now check what the sentiment in the market is looking like. If you look at the sentiment right now, the market is sitting on fear right now. Last month was fear. Last week was extreme fear. Yesterday was extreme fear, but today we're seeing it at 34, which is now fear. So the fear and greed index is sitting at 34% right now, which is fear. And I told you yesterday that we need to wait, and some of the signal I've given today has shown that we can get into the market with the news dropping right now. Let's even take a look at the news. The news has dropped right now and is not looking good for dollar at all, because you can see the core PCI, the core CPI inflation drop from 0.4% to 2%, and year-to-year drop from 3% to 2.8%. It is even lower than the forecast, which is not good for that. So the news just break while I'm recording the show right now. So that's that on the show this morning. Thanks for joining me. My name still remains the same, Ahmed Oladimeji Kazim, aka KC the Great, and this is the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show where we trade it and we do not gamble it. Until I catch you tomorrow on another wonderful packed episode of this great show, it's peace out.